I think from this week they should get a flavor of what Wayra could mean for them. I think that the meeting with Feilim is going to explain what Telefonica can do for the startups and what Telefonica's interest is in each of the startups. The meeting with Chris that we're about to have in about half an hour, that can explain what VCs are looking for from accelerators and accelerated startups. I think it's really amazing to be able to have these sorts of people in to talk to our startups on a kind of very personal basis, so I'm excited about that one as well.
So the teams who've just walked into Wayra this morning, I suspect will have a mixture of achievement, a sense of achievement, excitement, there'll be some hopes, there'll be some fears, but more than anything else, I think it's very clear to me they're looking forward to an amazing next few months of their life.
Accelerators put a lot of pressure given the time constraints, and fortunately or unfortunately they put a lot of pressure on fundraising, which takes away the focus from testing out their product and figuring out what really should be their product after those X months in effect, and that I think that's critical. Figuring out whether their team is the right team and going through this pressure cooker that will see whether they can survive or not.
So we're going to judge, if I understood correctly, 6 companies who are going to present their big vision and big plan, and try to select one company that we think is the most interesting and exciting.
There's a lot of money out there, but it's still going to the really good businesses and the really good founders. And yeah, London is hot, and I can definitely say I really believe it's on the map in terms of one of the global places.
We thought that this product had the most potential in terms of scale, and we thought that this product would be able to leverage the Wayra network and actually build something that could get to market quite quickly. But I would like to say the winner is I Can Make.
So we had a number of companies standing up, 1-minute pitch, plenty of beers, obviously beforehand to get everyone well oiled. They stood up, they did 1 minute pitching, which is kind of tough on them, no slides. I'm sure they did plenty of prep, but it's kind of challenging to get up there in front of the crowd. Delivered their pitch, a few minutes of questions, and we kind of grilled them quite hard. And then we went away, conferred, as judges do, and came back with a decision on the winner.
So I Can Make, they won. I love the product, I love where they're going to take it and the potential for global expansion. I'm also involved in the education space, so I understand how the product works within schools, how teachers will take it on board, and how they can develop the technology going forward. In addition to that, Squirrel, a really interesting proposition, something that has massive social benefit at the same time as being something that's really needed on the commercial market. I think the challenges that they face are communicating with employers, but as one of the other judges said, one good PR campaign changes all of that, so I'm going to be watching those two keenly.
Tonight we came from a crazy day of presentations and panels and speakers in the Wayra Academy to Shoreditch House, where we have been drinking and networking and hearing some of the pitches from the other companies. I think when you run a startup you get so caught up in the grind of running a startup and having working constantly and all the time that you kind of expect that every day you're going to be working constantly and all the time. So it was kind of a refreshing surprise, but also a shock to the system to not work all day and to do fun things instead. Yeah, I think sometimes it's just finding the balance between networking and not doing anything, because I mean there's that old adage that networking is only one letter away from not working. So I think you can do too much of it, but in a situation like this I suspect you probably can't do too much of it, and I think it's going to be the same in many of the situations that Wayra will put us in over the next few months.